What's up guys, it's Horus. It's been almost a year since my last commentary video. After a recent community post of mine, I learned that so many of you enjoyed this series the most, so I'm back again with the 9th one today. Before we begin, a quick channel update to keep you all posted. Very recently, I was brought on as a community partner for CCP. I'm absolutely hyped to be recognized of note within the community by you all. To satisfy my partnership goals, I'll be uploading a commentary video just like this one each month, along with a video from one of my other video series. Thank you to all of you for recognizing me and supporting the channel. Like I said, I'm absolutely ecstatic to be making these videos and streaming as a partner. In addition to the videos I create, I also stream live on Twitch. While I'm streaming, I have exclusive partner skins to give away, so tune in to Twitch to watch me feed and maybe win a neat skin. Today's commentary will be covering a few fights in my most flown and favorite ship in the game, the Vagabond. In addition to this video, I have a separate in-depth fit analysis linked in the description for those interested. I attempted to include a fit analysis portion into this video, but the video turned out way too long. This video focuses on my use of the Vagabond's flexibility in a solo fight. The Vagabond's speed, tank, range flexibility, damage flexibility, and bit of utility make it a fun and engaging and versatile ship for me to solo roam in. So let's check the footage and see how it flies. Hey guys, very quickly, we'll talk a bit about the Vagabond and then I'll provide some quick context of the fight I've selected for you guys today. The Vagabond's biggest strength for me is that it's such a flexible and versatile ship. This makes it a very easy pick for whenever I'm flying solo or small gang. There are 4 main characteristics that stand out to me that make the Vagabond so flexible. The first of these, most notably, is the Vagabond speed. This is the fastest cruiser in the game, and with it comes the capability to dictate where engagements take place and to quickly reposition and set up for future kills. This is advantageous for solo and small gang playstyles, as you may end up fighting several players at once. Secondly, the Vega sports a healthy amount of shield tank. Combined with a roughly even Tech 2 Mimitar resist profile, this makes the ship natively resilient at withstanding much of the projected damage we see prevalent in the meta today. The third of these characteristics is the weapon system. Medium autocannons allow for flexible damage type selection and range selection as you operate within their fall-off range. Lastly, a single medium energy neutralizer provides defense against light tackle ships or the ability to use it offensively against other ships. It's easy to see how the speed of the Vagabond ties these characteristics so well together. Before I start the commentary, let me know if I sound like a complete fucking dork in the sort of scripted part of the video. I kind of want to experiment and see what you guys think with scripted commentary. It sounds really unnatural to me. I really want my videos to seem like I'm having a conversation with you, the viewer, and imparting some knowledge and experience to you instead of just putting on some act. It's really unnatural for me. I also don't like writing scripts. This is way more natural for me, and this is what I enjoy doing. So let me know in the comments what you like, scripted or unscripted. Quickly, some backstory and some context of this fight. I roamed a Pureblind knowing that there are some newer groups moving into the area, specifically Trailer Park Illuminati in this case, and they're a USTZ group that I choose to go ahead and sort of explore and see what they're doing, and they're outrunning command nodes, claiming the sovereignty for themselves. And I run into this kitchen sink gang of lots of different types of cruisers and frigates, and I'm very confident that I can fight this in my Vagabond, and this is a prime example of the very wide engagement profile you can expect to be very useful at fighting in a Vagabond, either solo or small gang here. The recording starts just as I get tackled by a stiletto as I warp onto the node. I connect a bit of damage to him, put my light drones on him. My nuke's not able to immobilize him entirely, and he's able to warp off as he escapes my warp disruptor range. My attention turns immediately to the Omen Navy issue, as I have favorable resists to tank him, and as well as I have very good damage types, and Omens are very lightly tanked. He doesn't have a lot of defensive modules, but immediately I need to address this Confessor who is getting right on top of me and who has applied a stasis webifier to me. I take the time to load the phase plasma, really unknowing how the Confessor is fit. I do know that with only 3 mid slots though, he doesn't have any cap regeneration, like cap injection, since he has a web, a warp disruptor, and a propulsion module. I decide to heat my micro warp drive here and really sort of force the Confessor's decision of either staying in defensive and slowing down a bit, or staying in propulsion and being bloomed and not having a lot of tank, or going defensive and slowing down. I'm able to tank him a little bit better there. He, really melts because of my decision to load to phase plasma. That, thermal hull of Tech 3 and Tech 2 Advanced MR ships. When you are using a flexible weapon system like autocannons, you really want to be sure you utilize and know the resist holes of different Tech 2 and Tech 1 racial fits. Those are going to be very advantageous to you, so you take the least amount of time to kill these targets. And so right now, I'm immediately drawn to the Omen Navy issue again, not the Vexor Navy issue. The Vexor Navy issue with its new rep bonus is going to be a very tanky ship for me to kill, and it's definitely last on my list in terms of the ships that are directly in front of me. The Omen Navy issue is going to be a much easier kill here. I take a volley from an Arty Hurricane as he lands on grid, and I bleed a bit of armor here. And this is the speed of the Vagabond really going to work here. This is sort of dictating where you want the fight to take place. And I'm not interested in getting tackled and scrammed by a Vexor Navy issue, because then my ability to dictate where the fight takes place is gone, right? So here I'm heating away, and you can see the healthy amount of regen from the ancillary booster and EHP to withstand volleys like that from the Hurricane are able to let me pull range and take that damage, but also just get to range safely and not die. And so you can see here I'm in probably deep fall off of an artillery Hurricane. I'm approaching the edge of rapid light range of the Caracal, past 63 kilometers at least with faction, and I'm really sort of, after bleeding this sort of structure completely unintentionally, sort of bait tanking unintentionally, funny enough, you can see the aggression of the Omen Navy issue here, and I reload to hail in anticipation to be able to turn on this Omen Navy issue. And the speed of the Vagabond is going to let me get on top of this Omen Navy issue, seeing as he only has 3 mids himself, and typically Omen Navy issues fit cap boosters and they don't have defensive webs, so I'm going to be able to get right on top of him with hail if I need to. I decide to turn on the Omen Navy issue even with a reloading Ancil, because I'm confident that I have enough EHP versus lasers to tank it with the EHP just from the large shield extender alone. You can see here the plan doesn't work out too well with hail, so I decide to burn a bit more range, recall my drones as they are taking a little bit of aggro, and repair my modules and create some advantages for me as a solo player here. I'm out of range of many of their ships, so I'm just sort of coasting at this point, waiting for my Ancil to come off reload, repping some heat so that I can spend it here in a few moments going for my next kill. The next kill is still going to be the Omen Navy issue, and you can see here that after just going for using hail, I decided to load barrage, and this was because I anticipate not to be able to control the Omen. He does have a cap booster. My medium newt cannot immobilize him indefinitely. He's quite resilient to a medium energy neutralizer. I think my energy neutralizer against an Omen Navy issue is most useful at just denying some ancillary repair from his ancillary armor repair. And I go for the barrage play here because I do not anticipate to be able to stay on top of this Omen Navy issue, seeing that he has just previously been very good at burning back into his gang. And so if he does that, I want to make sure I'm in damage range. So my decision here is to essentially brawl with barrage and get as close as I can with barrage here, land as much damage as I can on this Omen Navy issue until eventually he has to, until I have to pull off if this Omen Navy issue does decide in fact to burn towards his gang. So heating my guns here, getting the most damage out of my barrage here. You can see the Omen Navy issue burns back towards his gang. However, with barrage loaded, I am able to get the kill. And that's something that I may not have been able to do with hail if the Omen Navy issue had decided to burn back sooner. And seeing as how he played before, I think barrage was definitely the very flexible choice to make, and allowed me to get the kill here. I begin recovering after getting the kill there on the Omen Navy issue just by regenerating a bit of capacitor and repairing some of my damaged mods. It's important you do this as a solo player and really just sort of just regain some of your capacitor, especially in a Vagabond where you don't have any sorts of capacitor regen, via injection or recharges or whatever. You want to get that cap back, so if you need to, you can spend your energy neutralizer and spend some capacitor on that if needed. But always repair those damage modules, as they can give you a good advantage that your opponents may not have opted to take. if you decide to fight them again, like I do here. So I warp into the TCU node, and I decide to target the Slicer, who's running the command node. And I know he's unable to warp because the sovereignty module, the Entosis link, doesn't allow him to. Initially, my attention's drawn to the Executioner that warps in, seeing as it's a Tech 1 frigate that's quite fast, but I think I decide to swap to this Saber here, as he proves to be much faster. I make an important decision here to keep Barrage in and begin heating it, because I don't anticipate to outdamage another ammo choice, such as Hail or Fusion, which would be favorable against the Saber, in the time it takes for me to reload from Barrage. I expect to outdamage, even considering the reload, which is an important decision because I almost expect to get tackled here. And so within that time frame, I make an important decision and I decide to keep Barrage in. I have experience tracking, destroyers like the Saber, even with the Interdictor's micro-warp drive velocity bonus, the signature radius bonus. I'm confident that Barrage will track, so I decide to keep it in, and the Saber goes down quite nicely here. I don't recall. I think he connects the scram for a moment, but he's unable to keep it as he goes down very quickly. The Executioner dies shortly after. I'm able to close in on him and use some Barrage. Tech 1 frigates, very easy to track with propulsion modules like 5MN micro warp drives on, and I'm able to score yet another kill. A Hecate lands, and this is quite concerning for me because Hecates draw this very fine line between securing the kill and also getting tackled by at least the close range variant Hecates, which this one proves to be here. I can see he's aligning away, so I decide to pilot on a plane below him so that I can see visibly when his vector decides to approach me. The Hecate's very, very agile in propulsion mode, and as you can see here, this change of direction happens so rapidly I'm unable to correct in time. My medium newt connects in case he's perhaps a repping Hecate, which you'll see here in a moment he is. I don't check to see if he has a cap booster, if he has 2 webs or not, but my drones and presumably my Barrage DPS is able to track him for the remainder of the duration of his propulsion module cycle while he's bloomed in propulsion mode. And my immediate concern is that this Hecate will be able to get tackle and be able to exchange it to this Vexor Navy issue. While not in the frame of view at the moment, my attention immediately turns to the Stiletto, who is burning in very, very quickly, and it's for the same concern as the Hecate that I do not want this Stiletto to be able to get a scram on me long enough, even if he dies, to exchange it to the Vexor Navy issue, because then I know I will surely die. I have Barrage in, I'm chasing this Stiletto. He gets out of my Warp Disruptor range. My ASB is burning charges here, able to repel this hurricane damage, the caracal damage, drones from whatever. But it's at this point that I get some really favorable RNG. Here at 70 kilometers, almost twice my fall off, and I get 2 very good hits on the Stiletto with Barrage. Sometimes that's just what happens when you let the weapon system run, the guns run, and so to speak. And that was favorable for me. It was a really hype moment on stream, and one that I'll never forget. And this is just one of the other reasons I'm sharing this clip with you guys, because it was such a fun one to not only be able to showcase the Vagabond's flexibility, but also get some really fun RNG that's satisfying to watch. So, for those of you who are interested in the in-depth commentary, go ahead and join me over there. The link is in the description. For those of you who are not joining me, I will see you guys on the next one, and I will also upload another series video of mine for you guys to enjoy, really old school Eve video. Again, join me on Twitch if you guys are interested in watching me feed live. And again, we are giving away those exclusive partner skins that CCP is giving me, as well as all the other partners. So go check them out as well. I know 3 Tiers is streaming a bunch, and lots of other PvP partners out there doing some, showing some really good fights out there on Twitch. So thank you all for watching. I will see you guys on the next one. And for those of you staying for the in-depth commentary, I will see you guys over there. Thanks so much.